Welcome to my playthrough of Kingdom Come Deliverance II. Previously, we met Servan Burgov and we saved Hans from execution. We tried talking about political negotiations with him, but he said that because the land is plagued with bandits, he is unable to think about anything else right now. So he sent us to this castle, Nebakov, to ask for aid, to just help with bandits. We came in here, and right now Hans is talking to their leader, but it seems that the people who are residing here are actually bandits, and we have to play it very carefully because they literally have Hans in their castle. So we have to explore the fortress, we have to wait for Hans, but you know, let's just see how it goes. It's very, very intriguing. Also, if you have been watching this playthrough, this is a not a new setup, but I have made a trip back to my home country, Georgia. So I'm gonna be here for a month or two, so expect this setup, but I'm just gonna go back to America very soon. Okay. That's that. It's a little bit different. I have to say though, I was kind of scared about the optimization, like how it would run on this computer, because the computer that I have in America is a bit stronger, but the optimization is great. It runs very smoothly. I'm using the exact same settings and it's totally fine. So I'm really happy about that, because I did not want to lower anything or change anything. Okay, so we did everything that we really could, like talked to a bunch of people. Oh, actually, speaking of settings, let me lower the mouse sensitivity because I forgot about that. Totally forgot about that. I think this should be fine. Okay, maybe a little bit more. I usually just copy every setting. But yeah, okay,
I'm
this is better.
always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Greetings.
Okay, I don't think we can talk to anyone else. I don't know what else we can really do. Maybe we can, like, see. No, just villagers.
Let me be, sir. I don't have anything to say.
Yeah, these people can't just talk to us if they are in trouble. There was this one guy who led us into the forest, and he told us that these are actually bandits, so that's a scary situation.
Good afternoon.
It's nice to meet someone from the trade. I'm also a blacksmith.
Is that so? Good lord, I wouldn't have expected that. You must have had a slice of luck to be hanging out with nobles. Me and my brother wanted to get out of the smithing trade, but something always brought us back. I'm Steer. Pleased to meet you, sir.
Henry.
How was the trade? Ooh.
How's trade? The plates here. Is that your work?
Well, I wish. If I could make stuff like that, me and my brother wouldn't be stuck here. We just keep it in good nick. Mend it when the lads get it beat up, which they do all the time.
Tell me about it. I've straightened bent nails and knives and saws till I couldn't see straight. Folks don't take care of things, and then they're surprised.
You took the words out of my mouth. Then it's work from dawn to dusk, day in, day out. And if you saw the work waiting for me down below and in the tower, no end to it.
Hold on. I'll go down there and help you out. The work will go faster with an extra pair of hands.
No, don't go anywhere. What I mean is, thanks for the offer. But we can't have a guest working here, can we? And besides, you get in the way down there. They're working on the fortifications. Better go and play dice with Twerk or something. Make the most of your free time till your lord gets back.
All right. Whatever you say. I just wanted to help.
Oh, I know you did. But I can manage by myself. Really. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah, everyone is definitely acting really suspicious and, like, really defensive.
You said you have a brother.
Aye, they call him Bull. The poor bloke tries hard enough, but he ain't got the knack. So he just helps out where he can. Or he does any work that's needed. He's working below on the fortification repairs right now. He'd be better off learning a different trade. But times is hard. This way, at least we're together. That's the main thing. Have you got anyone next to you on life's journey?
Let's drop it. I have my lord.
I have my lord, and that's all I need.
I understand. I won't mind being a noble's retainer myself. What's he like, actually?
It's not important. Yeah, I don't really want to give them any information about him. About Hans.
It doesn't matter. He's a lord, and I'm a commoner.
He's got you well trained.
I'm not a dog. What about... Yeah.
And what's your lord like?
My lord doesn't like it when folks talk about him behind his back. Better leave it at that. I reckon it's time I go back to
Avoiding.
work. See you later,
Oh my god.
friend.
Oh, that's loud. Everyone just avoiding all the questions and everything. I'm gonna, like, try to find his brother in the fortifications. Maybe we can get something out of him, actually. Battle cry, hustler. Pulling off the deal altogether, he'll give you one last chance to... well, I don't really have a problem with this, usually. Better prices or cry. Well, we can actually go with this one. I don't really do the war cry, but I guess there's a point of starting it now. Let's talk to this lady. Wonder what she has to say.
Just watch where you're going next time. It was lovely. But now I have to tend to the wounded.
She took us into the woods. It was a scary time.
What's this about? I've got work to do.
Hold on. I know you from somewhere, don't I?
Bollocks. You've got me mixed up with someone. I don't know you from Adam.
No, I'm serious. I've seen you somewhere before.
I don't remember him.
Where was that then?
I think. Achov Pond. Oh no. Mikesh. Farm. Achov. Oh man, I don't remember him. Cause like sometimes even if the NPC is unique, they will reuse the faces. Like with the old lady who saved us, her face was reused, so that's why I'm kind of like I'm really bad with faces as it is, and like now it's really confusing. Lower Semine Mill. I don't know if pond is gonna be a good answer. Take a farm, tavern, Roskovitz Tavern. Achov. Okay, let's risk this one.
Quite recently. By Rock Tower Pond, wasn't it?
Nah, I haven't been to see the herb woman in ages.
I never said anything about any herb woman.
Aye? You said Rock Tower Pond. And that's where the herb woman lives. So that's why it came to mind. That old herb woman. People go to her for ointments and that. You know? Anyway, I've got work to do. Hunting. That's right. We have to go hunting. If we don't bring a hare for supper, our lord will skin us alive. Come on, brother. We're going hunting.
I bet Saraz
I'll make it
is sure
snappy.
I've seen that good-for-nothing before somewhere. Sakra. That's the fella who was sniffing about at the herb woman's place. What's he doing here, though?
Oh my god, do you guys remember in like the first or second video, in the very beginning, there were two guys who approached and they were approached the hut and they were looking for us, and we managed to talk them out of, like, we basically told them that, oh, we are just commoners, we don't know anything about anyone here, and they just left. He was one of the guys. Now I remember. And we managed to save Bojena because of it, because they were just scary guys and they left. Ooh, now I remember.
Hey, sir, I'm sorry, but I have to ask you not to go any further.
Oh.
I'm sure they'll take good care of you up in the fortress.
Why can't I go there, if you don't mind me asking?
Because there's work going on there, sir. Repairing the fortifications, cutting wood, sharpening stakes. There's like an anthill there. Nothing worth seeing, if you ask me. You get in the lad's way, and God forbid you might have an unfortunate accident. I can't let that happen. I'm sure you understand.
But I want to take a look there.
Sorry, sir. That's not possible.
Oh,
All right. I understand.
Thanks for being so understanding, sir.
like this guy has... I think he had the most convincing argument. Like the professional,
God be with you, sir.
I guess.
I hope you won't want for anything here, or find it...
Doo-doo-doo. Okay. Explore the fortress. Well, I can't really go here. There was actually a closed door over there.
I've got this pretty pilgrim's badge, if you ain't chicken.
Can I go in here? Is that legal? Okay. Oh. It's not legal. Let's be very careful. Bunch of people in. I was kind of hoping Henry would comment.
God be with you.
I really don't want to mess this up because, like, Hans is still there. And, like, I don't want to start rackets because he is surrounded by those people all alone. And we're going to have to save him again.
Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
Greetings.
Medium. Wait, okay.
Farewell, my friend.
Okay, there were a set of keys upstairs right here on the table. I don't know if they are keys for this room. Oh, I'm not doing anything. So I'm gonna try to get those keys and then I will try to convince him to go away. Maybe I can go in and... Deal, okay. Take it.
I thought I closed it. Hey, where'd it go?
Well, that's...
Sir Yaramir's looking for you.
Huh? What does he want?
Something to do with horses. He says that's your forte.
Fucking hell. Pelzel's cocked up again, and it's up to me to put it right. As usual. Take care.
Is he gonna go? Can you... Okay, there we go. Now we have to be very, very careful. Good day. How many schnapps do I have? I only have one. Hey guys.
What do you want now? You've already taken everything I have. Sooner or later, Otto von Bergau will find out the truth and have you all hanged, believe you me.
Hold on. You've got me mixed up with someone. It was Lord von Bergov who sent me here.
What? If you're not one of those cutthroats, what are you doing here?
I swear by all that's holy, I came from Trotsky on a mission from Lord von Bergov.
Thank God. Fortune smiles on me. I'm Yaromir Nebak. You gallop back to Trotsky and tell Sir Otto that bandits have seized the fortress and are holding me captive. Tell him to bring an army and put an end to their mischief.
Why should I believe you? He's in prison.
Why should I believe you?
Haven't you noticed what's going on in the fortress?
Well, yeah, that too.
I give you my word as a noble. I swear to you. Waste no time and get back to Trotsky.
When we arrived, their leader pretended to be you and tried to deceive us.
The bastard!
Who is he?
I haven't a clue. I've never seen him before, and he didn't bother to introduce himself. His men called him Captain. But the way he behaves and speaks, I reckon he's high-born. Now, stop wasting time. Go and tell Otto von Bergel.
How did they take the fortress then?
We don't have time for storytelling, for Christ's sake. If they catch you here,
fine.
all will be lost. Hurry back to Trotsky.
You're right,
yeah,
sir.
let's-
I'll tell Lord von Bergov everything. You can depend on me, sir.
God bless you. Now go.
I can't go straight away. I have to wait till my lord's meeting is over. Otherwise, it would be suspicious.
For God's sake. At least get your horses ready then, so you can leave at once. God be with you.
Okay.
Who goes there? You're not allowed in here.
Hey.
Buffoon! Why did you lie to me? If you weren't here with a noble, I'd take a pizzle to get hide. Find someone else to play your games with. And get out of my sight! I'll have his lordship on my back because of you.
Is he not gonna comment on me knowing what's going on in here? I think I might have talked way too much. To the noble, he was right. They, like, physically came back. Oopsie.
Henry, fancy a game of dice?
Oh, also, there was an update recently. They added a fast travel point to Božena's house, I think. And, like, you can get a haircut. Which is really cool. Haircut, all of that stuff, which we're gonna get. Okay, let me go to my horsey. Now, what I'm gonna have to do... I think this will be the hardest part. We're gonna have to convince Hans to just simply follow us without asking any extra questions. Because when he comes back with the Lord, when we tell him that we have to go, he's gonna just be like, what do you mean, Henry? This is very rude. We're gonna stay here tonight. Or, you know, all of that Lord stuff, so... Okay, where's my pebbles? Okay, so do I just have to wait here? I guess we just wait. Oh, okay, so he's
We're all
alone.
finished here. Now back to Trotsky.
Uh-oh.
Excellent! My favorite retainer and protector just when I need him. The mission is fulfilled. It was a good meeting. In fact, we had a nice long chat. Sir Jaromir is a pleasant fellow, and he promised to send some men to help Lord von Bergov, of course. So we got what we came for. What about you? Did you have fun?
Fucking hell, Hans. You can be glad you're alive.
Is there something wrong?
You bet there is. The whole fortress has been taken over by bandits. They attacked it and took Sir Jaromir prisoner. They're pretending to be his garrison. And you didn't speak to Nebak, but to their chief. Thank Christ they didn't take you prisoner as well.
What?
I found the real Nebak in jail. I swear to God it's all true. We have to disappear as quickly as possible, before they take us captive as well.
Oh, shit! Well, then we better leave right now. You can explain it properly on the way.
Yeah. Ooh, I wonder how else this could have ended, honestly. So many ways.
Oh, this place again. Oh, it makes my blood run cold. But it's good we're back safe. I was somewhat afraid they might send someone after us. Especially after what you said on the way about Sir Jaromir being a prisoner. It was clever of you to sniff out the deception, Henry. I'll take my hat off to you. Lord von Bergov must be informed.
Need a rest? No, let's just go straight to
Of
him.
course. Let's see him at once.
Welcome back, Sir Hans. Henry?
Greetings, sir.
I'm glad you got back safe and sound. Now let's get down to business. Lord Capon, what news do you bring from Sir Jaromir? How many of his men can I count on?
None, my lord. The situation is worse than you can imagine. Nebakov fortress has been taken over by bandits, and Sir Jaromir is their prisoner.
What?
Their leader posed as Sir Jaromir. While I negotiated with him, Henry found out the truth.
Sir Jaromir urgently requests that you send a force to Nebakov and free him.
I will, of course. The news might actually be better than it seems. At last, we know where to strike.
Oh, the bandits.
They thought they would gain a foothold, but instead they walked into a trap. Nebakov will be easy to besiege. We will set out when we have enough men mustered. That heap of sticks will not last a day against my knights.
We will support you in the field, of course, but before we take the fortress, I'm very keen to finish the business we came about.
There will be time enough for that. There are several loose ends to tidy up before we attack Nebakov. You have proved yourselves most capable, so I will let you take care of it. We caught one of those bastards who ambushed us.
What? How?
A stroke of luck, more than anything. He's under lock and key down in the dungeons.
And? Did you get anything out of him, sir?
It turns out he's a tough nut to crack. My men haven't yet got a word out of him.
What about torture, sir?
That is just it. The men are superstitious. They say unclean work fits only for an executioner, and it seems we don't have one here. So they just beat him a little. But a bastard certainly knows how to hold his tongue.
Damn!
I thought you might also be interested in what he knows. He's most likely from the same band that attacked you. I don't know what you think about such superstitions, Lord Capon. But if you want to try and get something out of him, I will not hold you back. If he doesn't sing, he is of no use to us anyway. We need to know who he is in league with. Because it is not possible that they could evade us for so long without local support.
That's an offer that's hard to resist, Sir Otto. I've a whole list of questions for that scoundrel, and superstitions mean nothing to me.
All the instruments you need are right there. Make him regret the day he took up arms against us.
Let's try to talk to him first, but if he doesn't, say anything, then we can start, I don't want to torture anyone.
I'm surprised how tender-hearted your men are. Especially after what that band did to you and your captain. But I haven't forgotten. We'll get it out of him. The hard way, if need be.
I'm glad to hear it. You have already surprised me once or twice, so I'm interested to see if you can do it again. And if not, I shall just hang the bastard. As a warning to the others. Nevertheless, while we are dealing with nuisances, did you notice anything suspicious on my estate while I was away? Something that might put us on the trail of those scoundrels, say.
I'm afraid I can't help you there, sir. While you were away, I spent my time, hunting. And after that, I was a guest in your cellars.
That's true. And you, Henry?
Oh. Miller? No, I can snitch on people? Mandarin Troskovitz, people of are quarreling. Damn. Okay.
A strange thing happened. Young Semine rushed off from his own wedding as soon as the ceremony was over. He left his bride there. On their wedding night. The poor girl was devastated.
Interesting. That was around the time your company was attacked, was it not?
You are
Yeah.
right.
I thought it was
That
connected.
is truly
and he
strange
was
coincidence.
acting
Young
really weird.
Olda. I don't like where this is going. But we have to uncover the truth. I hope the answers are waiting for us below. In the dungeon. Now, to more pleasant business. My personal bodyguard, Lord Bartosz, also known as Black Bartosz, came back from Prague with me. An outstanding swordsman, among other things. So if you want to take your mind off things or fancy some training, as my esteemed guest, he will be at your service. You will most likely find him at the sword-fighting arena in the outer fortifications. For you, Henry, he will have a gift from my personal armory as a token of my gratitude for your services.
What is it?
Thank you, sir.
Oh, so I thought I could, like, tell him everything from the list. Those are basically side quests that we did. Okay. About the interrogation.
I wanted to ask you something else about the interrogation, sir.
What is that?
Where is the torture chamber?
Down in a cellar, across from the jail cells. Talk to Lord Capon. He knows where.
I think I'll go now, sir.
Off you go.
Doo-doo-doo. Go all the way. Oh no, it's... Wait, it's up? Oh, that's Hans. Confused.
What do you think about it?
Are you talking about the torturing?
What else? Seems to me you were all too willing to do that dirty work.
What was I supposed to do? It was a goodwill gesture. What's more, we finally have a chance to put the screws on someone who at least has some answers. Besides, from what you said, you don't particularly mind dirty work.
I don't like it. We have to do it. Well, yeah.
I don't have a good feeling about it.
Look at it another way. We're doing von Berghoff a favor by doing this. You know what that means, right? He'll be indebted to us. And maybe we'll come to terms with him. It's worth a try.
Didn't want to do it? Yeah.
But you heard von Berghoff. Even his men refused to do it.
Look, if we're really convincing, he might get scared and start singing without any, you know,
Yeah, that's what
nasty
I'm
stuff.
That's what I'm
but
hoping
if not,
we can do.
I don't even know how to torture properly.
I don't even know how to torture badly. For things like that, nobles have minions.
Only now the minions are...
Us. True. Come on. Let's get it over with as quickly as we can. Shit.
Yeah, I'm very, like, what's the word? Squeamish? I really enjoy watching horror, like, genre movies, games, TV shows, all of those things. But I don't like gore. Like, it's just gross. I was never able to watch Saw movies because it makes my skin crawl. I cannot take it.
Torturing people? What have I gotten myself into?
Oh, it's this way.
So, it's up to us again.
Yeah. Mostly up to me, I guess.
Good day to you.
Hello, ma'am.
Maybe we could sneak in some wine next time. That would make it more bearable. Or just say something and not go.
Oh, God.
Well, do we just...
After you, Henry.
I didn't want to do it.
New blood? Did the last two get tired?
We're not Trotsky guards.
I don't give a fuck who you are. I still won't tell you anything.
Lord von Bergov thinks otherwise.
Aye? Then all three of you can go and hold hands on your way to hell.
Ha ha! We've got a joker here. Who are you?
Nobody important.
That's for us to judge, if you wouldn't mind.
And who are you, if you're not guards?
Oh, so it's not gonna be the Czech. Okay.
My name is Henry, and this is Hans Capon.
Sir Hans Capon to you.
We're here at the behest of Lord von Bergov, but we're not his soldiers.
Vermin just the same.
This is going nowhere. You know, my friend here is a blacksmith's son. And he knows well what to do with things like these tongues here.
You won't get anything out of me. Bigger men have tried. So take those tongues and shove them up your arse, you horse and traitor.
Traitor? I didn't like the other answer. I'm not a traitor. I just want to be intimidating.
They won't fit me, but they might fit you. Should we try?
Anything. Just spare me the jokes, please.
Let's do what we came to do. You can see there's no point in fooling around with him. Now you're going to talk, you fucking louse. Understand?
I'm not saying anything. Do as you will.
Is this fun? It's fun. Ooh, who's your... Okay, I think names are powerful. If we mention the name, because like these are just, who is your leader? Where are you hiding? But if we say this, he's gonna be like, wait, how do you know Istvan? And that's gonna trigger something.
Is there a man among you they call Istvan?
Ish who?
Istvan.
It's been a pleasure. Fuck off.
Someone must be in charge of everything. I want to know who.
Fuck off!
Ooh. Don't be a hero for him. I feel like this might work a little bit more than this. Because this is like intimidation. And he's also covered in blood. And it kind of raises your intimidation when you are covered in blood. And he's not really scared of us. So I don't know if this is going to work. But what is this? Star. Please, gods of RNG.
Your leader. Who is he? You think you can impress him, do you? By how heroic and tough you are. But you know how it really is? You're nothing to them. They've probably written you off long ago. Am I right?
Exactly.
The world is full of ingratitude. You're here trying to hold your tongue like a monk under a vow of silence, and they couldn't care less.
Well,
true.
There's some truth in that. I don't know him very well. They call him Jan.
Is that it?
I really don't know nothing.
That's something.
I ain't been with him long. But he seems like a straight-up bloke. He's got good ideas, and nobody would dare to go against him.
Continue. Okay, let's just... Oh. Oh. I thought he would continue, like, talking. So I did not want to interrupt him. Oh no, I should have asked. Okay.
Why did you ambush us? Over by Rock Tower Pond.
Fuck! That was you! I knew I saw you somewhere before. And I'm sorry it wasn't for the last time.
You slaughtered a party of messengers, you goddamn monsters! My innocent men!
In war, no one is innocent. All of you on von Bergov's side deserve to die.
And no, wait.
But we're not on von Bergov's side. We came to him to negotiate an end to this senseless war. Only your damn band of outlaws put a stop to that.
Ha! A likely story.
There's no point in explaining anything to this numbskull. A firm hand is all he understands.
I don't know if slapping is gonna do anything, because he's already really bloody. Ooh. Just, wow.
They were our friends.
You filth. What? Satisfied now?
Yes.
I'll show you.
It is what it is.
You murdered my people, so enjoy this, you sack of shit!
Ah!
Ooh.
You're not worth the effort. Somebody in the region must be helping you.
I'll tell you no more. Nothing. Go and crawl back to your von Bergov.
Tell me?
You must tell me. You'd never figure anything out like this by yourself. Someone is clearly leading you. Who?
Go to hell!
But you will.
Go to hell, for Christ's sake!
Ooh, 20 intimidation. That's actually pretty high. Let's try.
Spit it out. Nice and fast. Otherwise, you'll force me to use this thing. And I don't think you'll like it.
If I... Kurva!
The name, see? The name!
Older! Semine!
The groom! That's why he left his own wedding.
Jesus Christ! And what about the others? Once von Bergov finds out...
all hell will break loose! But the people from the fortress are innocent! They know nothing!
Gnarly. Agnes. Good lord.
If you tell him, their blood will be on your hands.
Von Bergov isn't a madman. He'll meet justice out fairly.
My arse!
I don't know. I don't know.
I think the interrogation is over.
We'll see what Lord von Bergov has to say about it.
Go to hell! And von Bergov too. I pray someone will send you there. Soon.
I don't know if telling him is a good idea. I think...
How do you feel?
Well...
Oh?
I can't say I feel too good about it.
Oops.
But in the end, it wasn't all that horrible. I mean, you had to squeeze him a bit. But I'm glad it didn't go too far.
He told us something, didn't he?
Well, that some fella called Jan is in charge. But what he came out with in the end about that Semine being an ally, I just can't understand it. Why, for God's sake, has Semine turned against von Bergov? It's open rebellion.
Do you think the others in the fortress are in on it too?
I hope they're innocent. But either way, it looks like a terrible mess.
I think... like, I do try to deduct some things, but, like, my gut is just telling me that they are innocent. I don't know. And also, like, when he left, no one knew anything where he was. Everyone was very confused and just... they have not seen him for a long time. The girl was crying. The father seemed like a nice man. Like a noble man. I don't know, but I also I am thinking that it's a good idea to hide it from Van Berghoff, but at the same time, what if we hide it and then it resurfaces and then that's gonna be even worse? So like, I don't know what to do. Oh man.
Well, that's exactly why I think we should keep the news about young Semine's involvement to ourselves for now.
I'm not so sure, Henry. Von Berghoff trusted in us. Why would be tired as if he ever discovers we lied to him? Like, do what you think is right.
Like, can I turn in the guy, just the boy, but leave the others out of it? If I can do that, then I'd rather do that. Okay, let's see. Oh, hello. I think it was this way. And then we go up.
Good day.
I bring news from the torture chamber.
We will not talk about that here. Come to the hall, so Burgrave Hashek can hear it too.
Man,
We interrogated that captive, as you ordered, sir.
And were you able to find out anything useful?
I think you'll find some of it useful, sir.
Speak then.
Okay. So I can't I can't just turn in the boy. It's gonna... Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Von Berghoff has been a lord of this land for a while, and he knows all of the other like lords and other people and leaders and whatnot. So I'm sure that if we tell him that the young Semine is involved, if he was supposed to attend the wedding, so I'm sure he knows that the people in the castle are good people because he probably has worked with them, fought with them, so on and so forth. So yeah, if I cannot turn in just the boy and I have to like either turn in everyone or no one, I think it's better if we tell him because I don't think hiding it is a good idea and then he can decide.
We got confirmation of what I already told you, sir. Older Semine is in league with those bandits. And he left his wedding so he could ambush you.
That madman. I will make him pay for that. And what of his father? And the people in the fortress? Have they been covering for him all this time?
Not that I don't think so.
I really don't think so. The Semines don't strike me as being clever enough to plot this together.
On the contrary. Only complete fools would dare stand against me. And those village idiots are just that kind.
No.
That's all we found out.
Very well then. In any event, the die has been cast. Hashek, get your men ready. You will go to Semine and deal with that traitor.
He won't escape punishment, sir. Lord Capon, Henry. We'll meet in the late afternoon by the stables in the upper courtyard. We won't wait for laggards, so be there on time.
Man. It was a timed conversation. No, I hate it. Wait until he has prepared the men. Speak with Capon about Semine.
Should we ride out for Semine?
Wait! We still have to wait for Hashek.
Okay,
We're not going to go there alone. Von Berghoff is taking this all a bit too seriously, don't you think?
Yeah.
Are you surprised? He only got out of that ambush alive by a hair's breadth.
Well, so did we. I'm going to go to the stables and wait there for our departure. Come with me if you want.
Okay.
All right. I'll wait with you.
I don't feel like doing any side quests right now because like this is like I'm just locked in. It's so
There you
interesting.
are. Can we get going?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm always ready, as many a wench will tell you.
So mount up and we'll ride out. The rest of the company will join us on the way. We've got a long haul ahead of us, so to hell with unnecessary nonsense. Let's ride.
What is it? Wait, how was the petting again? I haven't played for a few days.
Here you go.
Okay.
Take it.
Have the food. It's V. Yeah. Praises V. Come here. Okay, let's mount up. We don't want to be late. Oh, there we go. Alt.
Henry, you and Lord Capon have already been to Semine, haven't you?
Aye. In fact, I'd say I know my way around there pretty well. Why?
It's good to know the place you're going to when there could be trouble, knowing its strengths and weaknesses. Number of men, hiding places. So, I'll be counting on you if things go wrong there.
I hope nothing goes wrong.
Can we just talk first?
I don't believe old Semine has joined the bandits. Can I ask you, what actually happened when they ambushed you?
You don't even want to know, boy.
I need to know. They ambushed us as well. We've got a score to settle with them too.
I meant to say, I don't want to talk about it.
Well, if you tell me, maybe we'll learn something that will help us.
I suppose you're right. Even if it is an unpleasant memory.
Trust me. I know what you're talking about.
I'll tell it to you like this, boy. I'm an old soldier. I've seen a thing or two. But this was a massacre. They ambushed us from hiding. There was a terrible explosion, smoke everywhere, and they showered us with crossbow bolts and God knows what else.
Smoke?
I don't know what kind of devilment it was, but all manner of confusion broke out among our men, and they took advantage and spared no one. They killed his lordship's field surgeon, and even a maidservant on the cart. But the worst thing is, they killed young Master Albert, Sir Otto's page. I was fond of that boy.
Sorry to hear that.
He protected Lord von Burgo with his own body like a true knight. Saved him and paid the price himself.
Not everyone has such mettle.
Aye. Others would have shit themselves in his place. Only he was the son of a respectable family. And now Lord von Burgo will have to tell his father.
How did you manage to escape?
After the initial chaos, I managed to get a few men together and fight back. We had better armor, gained a bit of advantage, and they fled.
Just like that?
Aye. It was odd. It seemed once they lost the advantage of surprise, they wouldn't risk it anymore. Or maybe they were going for von Burgo and his captain, and thought they were dead. Von Burgo, Captain Thomas, the page and the scribe were on the ground at that point.
Yeah, there's something to that. What about the prisoner?
We wounded him in the leg, so he was unable to flee with the others. He hid in the woods, but he didn't get far. They left him there. Didn't care about their own people.
Would you recognize any of them?
Damn right I would. They were masked. But if I see some bastard there with a cut-up leg or a scar on his face, it's clear they were in on it. And then there'll be hell to pay in Semine.
I really hope they're gonna talk first. I feel bad for the father if, you know, he's not involved in stuff.
Open the gates! The Lord Burgov's emissaries!
Oh no. I like his hat. It's pretty.
It's about time you also let us in.
Welcome, Hashek. To what do I owe this, somewhat late visit, gentlemen?
Such a hearty welcome. Surely you wouldn't be angry at the Burgrave of Trotsky for merely passing by?
Certainly not. Be my guests.
Just passing by, eh? I don't suppose it's lodgings for the night you're after, gents.
You're right about that. You can stuff your lodgings. I'm interested in that youngster of yours. Where's Older? Are you hiding him?
What do you mean, Hashek?
Don't play games with me. We know everything. He helped ambush Lord von Burgo's company. So where is he?
My Older? But that's...
That's a serious accusation, Hashek. Unless you've got evidence, I'd advise you and your old company to ride back to Trotsky on the double. You two, what's the meaning of this?
Yeah, let's
talk it over calmly.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding my arse. Just look at him. He knows very well what this is about.
You should tell us what you know, sir. For your own good.
Come on, spit it out. Where are you hiding him?
I've no idea what you're talking about.
Do I have to turn this place upside down? Stop bullshitting me.
How dare you?
I withdraw my offer of hospitality. Leave, knights. We're finished here.
You're the one who's finished if you don't get your head around what's going on here. In the name of Sir Otto of Burgo, I'm giving you your last chance. Talk!
My God, he may be hot-headed, but he never killed anyone.
Sir, no.
He's my only son, Hashek. I'll tell you where you can find that damned band. But don't take my Older from me.
Where the fuck do you think we are? In some market where you can bargain with me?
So did
Your
he know about
son
this?
helped murder my people. And you expect me to let him go? Hand him over, or this place will be reduced to ashes.
He's a son of a noble. Why would he hang out with bandits? Was he bored or something? Yeah, let's I mean, this guy is quite serious, so let's
You better listen to him, Lord Semine. This is a serious matter.
Do you not understand me? If you had a son, you wouldn't hand him over to the executioner either.
Keep resisting me, and I can promise he'll never make it to the executioner.
If you try anything, Hashek, I swear.
Shut your mouth, Gnarly. Everyone who's with those bandits is a vile traitor. And everyone helping them as well.
Hashek, don't overdo it. Older deserves a fair trial, not a blood feud on his entire family.
That's true. Maybe they didn't even know about it.
You surely don't believe them, do you? Ha! I'm going to burn down this nest of vipers. And if anyone tries to stop me, I'll make no distinction between you and them. Well then, which side are you on?
Nothing is going to be burned down.
That's not what Lord von Burgov wanted of you, Hashek. Come to your senses.
You won't tell me what to do or not do. I'll have my revenge on these bastards, and nobody will stand in my way. Not even you.
Enough talk! Guards!
To arms! Hammer them!
Can we just knock him out? Oh no.
Kill those traitors!
Go to hell!
Man.
Your choice, traitor!
Ooh.
Fucking traitor!
Maybe I do need a shield.
Slice him up!
Protect
Stamina.
his lordship!
These two are with us!
Ooh. Okay, stamina. Ooh.
What the fuck? Von Berghoff will hang us for this! All of us!
I know.
There is no other way.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
Christ. Such carnage. Von Berghoff did this.
His right hand, Hashek.
Von Berghoff didn't want anything like this! We were just supposed to... Fuck!
He was taking revenge for the ambush.
If
Well,
you'd
yeah.
listened to me, I told you to...
It doesn't matter anymore who told who what, goddammit! That was yesterday's shit! Now it's all new, and we're up to our necks in it!
Von Berghoff will be expecting Hashek to return.
Exactly! And when he finds out what happened, he'll raise Semine to the ground.
What are we going to do?
Okay, so here's a little note. I know that the father, Jan, was really spoiling his son. Like, you know, not... like punishing him when he needed to be punished and kind of not holding him accountable, which is why... like, he basically kept protecting his son, even though he was doing some really bad stuff. But I do not think that the entire, like, castle deserved to die. And especially because, like, von Berghoff never even said that we should go and just kill everyone. We need a trial, and we came here for the trial. So it's, like, such a sticky situation because, man... oh... like, none of this needed to happen. It's so stinky.
First, I have a few questions for Older here.
All right. But quickly, please.
Why did you join those bandits?
Because von Berghoff is a traitor. A scourge of this land. Isn't that clear?
Your father is his vassal. Didn't it occur to you what would happen when he found out? Besides, a noble siding with such a rabble.
If I'd known, I'd never have consented to such a thing, believe me.
Because your spine is so bent from old age that you can't even stand up tall and straight anymore. Those bandits, as you call them, are the only people in this domain with the courage to stand against injustice for a righteous cause. But it seems that means nothing to all you here.
Enough. Remember who we owe our lives to. Have a little humility. Since we've lost everything else because of you.
I'd rather live in squalor than in a golden cage as von Berghoff's rat.
Such a dumbass. I hate people like this.
Who are they? These allies of yours?
Good Czechs. For the most part. That's all you need to know about them.
They're common murderers. They took the lives of my people, innocent people.
No one who tries to strike bargains with von Berghoff is innocent in our eyes.
Now you've gone too far.
This is a war. All sorts of things can happen. As long as that criminal sits in Trotsky, there will be no peace in this domain.
There's no peace because of that very band of yours. The one you even left your own wedding for.
But we almost had him.
My God. Why do you punish me so?
Does the name Istvan Toth mean anything to you?
Why do you ask?
Because I have a feeling you must have come across him. And he has something that belongs to me.
Aye. I know the name. He joined us not long ago.
He's a traitor!
Traitor or not, we can use every man who will stand against von Berghoff. But he's a foreigner. And I don't trust foreigners much.
What will we do?
We'll use the attack. We'll have to cover our tracks. Wait. What does this mean? We'll use the attack on Nebakov. Is he gonna say that the bandits in Nebakov attacked us, but then that would be covering the track? How are they different? I don't think just like covering and burying the bodies is going to do anything. Like, we need an actual plan, so I think this might be better.
Von Bergov already knows the outlaws are based in Nebakov, and he's planning a big raid. We can take advantage of that.
If we're lucky, and he believes what Henry and I tell him, hopefully he'll only take out his wrath there.
Meanwhile, we could flee.
And leave them to their fate? Betray my comrades in arms?
Older, look around you, damn it. Was this not enough for you? If he wants, von Bergov will raise every castle for miles around to the ground.
When does von Bergov want to attack Nebakov?
Only he knows for now.
And don't even think about warning them. We must disappear immediately.
If we're to save ourselves, we'll have to cover our tracks.
What do you propose?
Well, it might sound mad, but Hashek was planning to burn down the fortress, and we...
I think I know where this is going.
We have to burn it down.
We must do the same.
Yeah.
Are you mad? Burn down our family seat.
It's your fault.
Henry's right. It's the only way. We can't stay here and pretend nothing happened.
Do you have anywhere to go?
Yes, I suppose so.
Can we just spare him and like his people and just drag the son, Olda? Because I don't want him to get away with this. He's just a brat that's never going to learn a lesson.
Be sure to go as far as possible. And you should set off this very night and make sure no one sees you. We'll give you until morning, and then we'll send news to von Bergov, and then it's in God's hands.
The two of us will go back to Trotsky now, and put on the best charade we can for von Bergov.
And not a word to anyone about what happened here. Anyone.
Farewell. God save you. And us.
Oh, boy.
We should ride back. Report this to von Bergov.
We just follow. Where is Mutt? Oh, oopsie.
Come here.
Okay. I was holding X to like call Mutt, but he dismounted.
Henry,
there he
you
is.
think we made the right decision?
I don't know.
I don't know. It all happened so suddenly.
Exactly. Fuck. Von Bergov isn't stupid. He'll surely figure out what happened. What if we walk right into the jaws of the wolf?
We'll have to pretend we didn't want to get involved. And only survived due to luck.
Right. Hashek wanted to handle it himself and leave us behind. So we only just made it out. And... God, Henry. I don't know if I can do this.
We must.
Just don't panic.
Like always.
Where's
We're
Hans?
back from Semine, sir.
About time, too. We will talk about everything in my chamber. Let's go.
So, with regard to Semine...
I hope you bear some good news, Lord of Perkstein.
Well, unfortunately not, sir. Things went wrong. And old Semine and his people attacked us.
What? And where is Burgrave Hashek?
Hashek is... dead.
Dead? How? And what of his men?
It grieves me, sir. But none of them survived.
How did it happen? Speak.
It turns out Alder was working with the bandits. He even left his own wedding to help them ambush you.
That rat!
Lord Semine didn't want to turn over his son, so a battle broke out.
Yeah, I will let him talk.
Hashek and his men fought valiantly, I must say.
And what happened then? It sounds like the Semine folk stood no chance.
At first not, sir. It was all over soon. So then we searched the fortress and found Alder wounded. We wanted to arrest him, but he fought like a wounded animal. He didn't survive.
I still don't understand what happened with Hashek and my men.
Well, up till then, everything went smoothly, if you could say that. Hashek ordered the fortress to be torched as a warning to others. But then, the rest of the Semine garrison suddenly pounced on us out of nowhere, and a terrible massacre started. Hashek. Never in my life have I seen anyone fight like that. He must have caught 10 arrows covering the retreat. But to no avail. In the end, the fortress was in flames, and only the two of us made it out alive.
I hope the flames could be seen all the way to Nebakov. Those bastards will soon meet the same fate.
Condemn the massacre.
That will be all for now. I will speak with the Chamberlain about the steps we shall take against Nebakov. I will announce my plan to all my vassals and allies at the evening feast. I will be expecting you both.
Certainly, sir. Come for me in the evening, so we can go there together.
Watch out, you're approaching a key point to the story. Once you talk to Capon, free access to the world will be restricted for a while. All side quests except Demon Throsky will can be completed later. Okay, I'm gonna do this Opus Magnum right now because that's the only like big side quest that we have, and we are just done with everything here. There are just like, I think, fist fighting in these two locations, which I'm not really gonna do, and that's pretty much it. It's these like points of interests, and that's pretty much all. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's do this one. What do I have to do first? Find the book, check with the scribe. Okay, let's go and check with the scribe. Just gonna run up.
Don't you dare! Oh. Careful.
Why would I cause any trouble, sir? I'm a lawful citizen. Yeah.
I heard some interesting books from Prague have arrived at the castle. There's one I'd like to borrow. An alchemist cookbook. A sand-coloured cover, embossed.
Yes, several rare and astonishing books have arrived from Prague. But why are you interested in an alchemist's cookbook, of all things?
I've heard there are some interesting ideas in it. Every alchemist is in dogged pursuit of wisdom, especially those from Prague.
Perhaps you know more about that book than I do. Well, I'll have to disappoint you. Lord Nikvard Libak helped me sort the new books at the time, and the one you're looking for caught his attention. He left with it before I could even discover what it's about. All I remember is the author's initials, B.B. I'm fairly benevolent when it comes to lending books, and I appreciate Nikvard's help, but he's had it borrowed for an excessive amount of time now. I'd like to ask him to return it, but he's been avoiding me.
I'll have a talk with Nikvard and find out what the problem is.
You think I haven't tried?
Or should have asked the question.
But since you've already offered to address this pressing situation, listen to what I've learned. It seems Nikvard lost the book. I've warned him repeatedly not to carry borrowed books around with him, but to leave them in his chamber, and read them there. But Nikvard is old and stubborn, and this is how things turn out.
Hmm.
The price of such a book must be incalculable. People like Nikvard are too dumb to understand.
But I digress. As I said, Nikvard is intentionally avoiding me. But I've made headway. I've managed to find 3 people who've spoken to him recently. Bertha, the cook, Regina, the maid, and Hirsch, the hand.
For a nobleman, Nikvard is quite wary of his own kind, speaking only to servants.
I'm surprised that he's ever spoken to anyone but myself. Nikvard is a loner. Which is also why I suspect something bad has happened. Now that he's decided to leave his shell, that is. But I'm afraid that's all I've managed to find out. Since Lord von Berkov's arrival, I've been preoccupied with other matters.
Yeah, sure.
I'll help you. I'll ask all 3 and see if they lead me to Nikvard.
Many thanks. If you aren't sure what to do, stop by and we'll discuss what you found out.
Before I go, can you tell me where I can find those people in the castle?
Who, exactly?
You said Nikvard is avoiding you. Where at the castle does he live? Are there any places he frequents?
Nikvard lives like a hermit here at Trotsky. Like a ghost. His chambers are in the Crone's tower. But God knows if he's ever slept there. He took his meals down in the Crone's kitchen. Lately, I've often seen him talking to Regina in the Knight's Hall, in the Maiden, or looking out the hall window. I caught sight of him a few times with Hirsch at the transport yard below the castle.
So I just have to hope I run into him somewhere.
Nikvard always just shows up. I've rarely ever found him on my own. I'm not surprised you can't find him anywhere, since I've been trying myself.
Where is Bertha?
Bertha cooks for us in the Crone's kitchen. She's there most days. If you can't find her there, try the first house in the lower castle, across from the door to the dungeon.
Okay.
Where is Regina?
As Lord von Berkov's personal maid, she'll likely be somewhere in the Maiden's Palace, perhaps in the Knight's Hall, or on the floor above it, near the Lord's chambers. She even sleeps there.
Where is Hirsch, the stable boy?
I've seen him with Hirsch at the transport yard below the castle. He sleeps in the house directly across from it. I don't know him much, though.
That's everything I needed to know.
We got all the locations and everything. Nice. Let's start with this, like, N person. I don't know. Oh, it's a cook. Yeah, she's right there.
I'm looking for Nikvard. The scribe told me you might know something about him.
Well, I'm waiting for Lord Libak to stop by. I brewed him another phial of medicine, but I don't even know if the last one helped. I told him to stop by for another one soon. I reckon he must be feeling better.
Did he say where he was headed?
I can't say.
I need to wash myself.
I promised Lord Libak his secret is safe with me, as well as his phial of medicine.
Oh, come now. Nikvard misplaced an important book somewhere. A sort of alchemist cookbook. I need to find it.
I remember the recipes by heart. And Lord Libak's secret is certainly worth more than any book.
Listen, Bertha. Do you realize your stubbornness is making everything more difficult? Nikvard could have got himself into a lot of trouble by borrowing that book. Maybe somebody tried to kill him, and you don't even know about it. You think he's suffering from rheumatism or something?
Aye, right, I'm sure that's how it is. Like Lord Libak is part of some grand conspiracy. As if, you idiot.
I don't know how else to convince...
Man. What a butthole. Let me ask other people then. Yeah, I should have intimidated her because I'm covered in blood, but I didn't want to do that. I don't like the intimidation option because you are just threatening people.
Magic hands, you say? What else do you like about me?
Well, you've got pretty eyes.
Oh? And what else?
Not your conversation skills, that's for sure. Put those hands to work.
Oh, all right then.
Damn.
What do you want?
Ugh.
Aye, the baths are open.
Can I get a haircut? No, I don't think so. Okay, wait, am I injured?
Sorry.
No, I'm not injured.
What'll it be?
My boss.
Seth?
I'd like you to give me...
Excellent.
Let's talk...
Certain. Excellent.
Yay.
The water's nearly cold. But I think
Thank you,
we got
ma'am.
to walk in.
I was hoping to get a haircut and see the new feature with you guys. Oh,
Greetings. What do you need?
Do you know where I can find Nikvard? The scribe said you might know.
Erazim is suddenly interested in Nikvard and me. You don't say. But when I need him to read something for me, he never has the time. I'm sorry.
I was asking about Nikvard.
Aye, I heard you. Say, can you read?
I can.
In that case, would you mind reading this message I have from Nikvard?
Yeah.
Show me. Dear Mistress of the Chambers. What is it?
Oh, what I wouldn't give to get messages from someone else. Say, Lord Capon. Never mind. Read on. Though I reckon it interests you more than me.
Persevere. We shall soon escape the dungeon of those two women. Cursed fate, however, has placed an obstacle in my way. The heat of the Lightbringer's potion is working, and I can feel my insides being reborn. But when the last remnants of old age left my body, something else was washed away with them.
How much longer is it?
Not much. My damn clumsiness has sent all of the Lightbringer's secrets into the void, but fear not, I shall get them back. May this be the first task on the road to your liberation. That's it.
Beautiful.
Was he trying to get young? That's like the potion that he had?
True enough. Nikvard has a flair for the dramatic.
My, that's Libak for you.
But what does it mean? Can you explain any of it to me?
Lord Libak has taken a liking to me. I suggested to him it wasn't proper for a noble to have an affair with a maid. He thought I meant he was too old for me. But then he found what he calls the Lightbringer's potion book. He said it would light a flame in him that would burn out all that's old. So I suppose it worked. Hooray!
I know the book he's talking about, but what does he mean, into the void?
Look, can we stop talking about this? I feel a little uncomfortable here, talking about some old lovelorn nobleman.
I understand. Just one more thing, please. When was the last time you saw Nikvard? And where?
The last time was in the Knight's Hall. But that was a long time ago. I found that message a few days ago. Hard to say where he's off to.
Thanks anyway.
Find him. I mean, yeah, that's the general quest. Find the book. I might have to bribe the cook because, yeah, I don't know. Let's try to ask the stable. And if we're not going to succeed, then I'm just going to bribe the cook to get the location. I don't have a lot of money, so I don't want to rush to it right now too quickly. That's just going to be the last resort.
Good afternoon. I'm looking for Nikvard. The scribe told me you might know something about him.
Hey, Nick. I mean, Lord Libak. I almost forgot about him. I suppose his task wasn't so pressing,
Ask?
What task?
Nick Libak, that is, entrusted me with a big task quite a while back. He's a castle lord. Obviously, I had to obey him. But then I heard what another castle lord was planning, von Berghoff, and I had to obey him even more. He says there's a war on. So here I am, ready to go off to battle.
I need to know more about what Nikvard asked you to do.
No. There are new rules now.
What is happening?
You have to prove you're not a spy.
What are you blathering about?
Von Berghoff said there's a war on, right now. I told him, watch out for spies, Sir Otto. But fear not, I know how to sniff them out. You're a spy yourself, ain't you?
I'm not.
Ha! That's exactly what a spy would say. That's why you have to be vetted, to see if you're really on our side. The side that Nikvard's on, just so you know. We're all friends here. You can join us.
I'd like to.
Hold your horses. First a test.
Tell me what you want from me, then.
A sword.
Sword? Hmm? What sword?
A long and very good one to help me deal with other spies.
Do I have to
If you
craft
bring
it
it
for
to me,
him?
I'll know you're not an enemy spy who should fear me. Forge one, buy one, or even steal one for me. Maybe from one of the guards at the training ground or down by the gate. During the day, they're not in the towers anyway.
Steal a sword? That sounds like something a spy would do.
Not a spy who wants to help von Berghoff's most loyal servant. By servant, I mean me. See, once I get a sword, I'll fill you in on Nikvard's task.
Listen, Hirsch.
Don't try any word games on me. Persuasion, threats. I know about them spy tricks. Deeds talk louder than words. For example, like bringing me a sword.
You wanted a sword?
No, it's the one that I'm holding.
I don't want
I'll gladly give you some groschen to buy your...
Only spies pay bribe. Unless you had more groschen than a common spy would have. Then I'd believe you ain't one of them. Do you have that much?
I'm not going to pay you that much.
You want to hang on to your spy earnings. I understand. Well, you won't get another chance.
Oh my god, why is everyone a hemorrhoid in this quest? This is kind of annoying.
About Nikvard.
How many times do I have...
Medicine for...
That's none of your...
We have to just bribe.
If a nobleman's secret is worth so much, how about this? That'll buy you more than one book.
I suppose Lord Libac wouldn't mind. And do you have the exact amount?
Of course.
So many groschen. I promise I'll split it with Lord Libac when I see him, and I'll explain everything.
But now tell me, what's the medicine for?
Well, it's a common potion for a bellyache. Just better tasting. It helps your meals go down easier and come out slower the other end. In that regard, Lord Libac had, well, how to say it? Everything came out much too quickly.
Nikvard didn't have time to run down the stairs, eh?
It was in the privy down below the Crone, by the training ground below the guardhouse. I helped him clean his hose and made him the medicine, and I promised that I wouldn't say anything. Lord Libac is quite particular about the impression he makes on the young maids, you know. He didn't want this little episode to put them off. That's why he didn't use the privy near the maids' quarters, though it's closer to his chamber, but to the arena instead, and only when there weren't any soldiers around. But this time, it caught up with him.
Is that all?
What else is there to say? That the entire time he looked as if he'd done the worst thing in the world. It happens to the best of us. And I told him as much then. I'm just surprised he never came back for another file, I must say.
He just pooped himself.
It did look as if the fate of the entire castle was suddenly on his shoulders.
I don't know if this is going to do me any good.
Well, you could have found a worse clue.
Thanks anyway.
Hmm. Wait. Let me close the door. And I will bring this longsword to the guy. That was such a random discovery. I didn't expect that.
About Nikvar.
Got that sword.
You wanted us.
Here.
That's perfect. Lovely. I don't think you're a spy. Can't say for sure, but you seem all right.
What about Nikvar then?
Nikvar asked me to do something for him. He must have admired my devotion to Lord von Berghoff.
Let him talk.
Either way, Nick looked troubled and not very healthy. He wanted me to fetch him something he lost outside the castle. And I told him I would. At least I could check to see if anyone was sneaking around about the castle. But then Nikvar clutched his belly and ran off. So I never found out what he wanted, or from where.
That's all?
Aye. If you run into Nikvar, ask him if he still needs it or whether he found it himself. I'll be going into war soon, so I don't have time for these things, see?
I'll tell him.
He just seems to be just talking out of his ass. Oh.
You must be Nikvar, eh? Poor wretch.
Be careful. God is punishing us for our sins.
What the heck? Oh.
Sand-coloured cover. Embossed. That'll be the book Crazel wants. But it's quite ordinary. Apart from being covered in shit.
Can we read this book?
Starting to stink.
Ooh. I wonder if this taught us some like new stuff. I was looking for a scribe to like give him the book and maybe like tell him what happened to like person who took it and stuff, but I couldn't find him, so we're just gonna turn it in. I guess. I didn't know, like I tried checking for places where I usually saw him, but he wasn't there. I'm just gonna turn this in, give it to him.
God bless.
Oh.
How about some more advice on sneaking around in Troskowitz?
You've come to the right man. As clumsy as a blind dog and about as inconspicuous as a cow at a banquet table.
Oh no.
I focus mainly on my diplomacy skills.
Talking your way out of a bad situation can definitely come in handy. But who knows if you'll be able to reach the end of your journey without drawing your sword or sneaking around. What do you want to know? I'll try to explain it as simply as I can.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna ask him these things in a bit. I just wanted to see if we could get the check.
I have the book for you.
Well, I must admit, I haven't had an apprentice this handy in a long time. Zinnik has nothing on you.
I had a peek inside. The pictures are nice, but what do you want to learn from them?
You'll find out soon enough. Show me that miraculous thing. This really is something. But why is it all covered in shit, for fuck's sake?
Let's just say the scribe didn't have it. It actually wasn't even in the castle. Under it, really.
Oh, refining saltpeter. Boil wine and alum. Grind. Ah, of course, it makes sense. I'll study the rest on the way. Well, the last chapter of our story of knowledge awaits us. The grand finale.
So what now? Do you have another job for me?
Charcoal. Sulfur from Hermes Trismegistus. Saltpeter from the carcass pit. As long as Black Bertolt didn't make any mistakes in his calculations, we have everything.
What Bertolt? Oh, God damn it, Krazer, what's going on here? I'm tired of flying back and forth like a rag on a stick. I won't be led around by the nose. Will you finally tell me what's going on?
Believe it or not, all this secrecy had its reasons. But now I don't have to hide anything from you. It's time. We'll meet with the others in the lair, and there you'll learn the whole truth. You go ahead. I'm going to get a few things ready here.
All right, then. I hope you keep your word this time.
Let's see what's actually going on.
What'll happen now?
Our last supper, with only one but very filling course, awaits us.
Krazel, please. For once, just once, tell me what's actually going on.
And rob myself of enjoying your blissful ignorance? Not a chance. Tell me yourself, what do you think is going to happen?
It's definitely not a gargoyle. You're gonna kill me.
Well, hopefully I'll finally find out what the point of all this was.
Or not, until you try another dose of niter.
I wouldn't do that to him. Not today. Bonnie will start today. At least I'll finally see if she understood my teachings. Bonnie?
First of all, I'd like to thank you on behalf of the whole gang for all the work you've done. We could never have finished the job without you. We found 2 new partners, you and Monarch here. It's good to have someone to rely on. So, it's time we started being honest with you, so you can finally learn the whole truth.
Not yet.
Oh my
Let's
God,
put up that
tell me what it
bastard's
is.
leg a bit longer. That's the fun part.
I'm just gonna leave.
No, Z-Neck. First of all, I rather like them legs of his. And secondly, I think we've put him through enough suffering. This whole time, you've been collecting ingredients and clues for us. But, so you wouldn't go nosing around, we always told you it was for something different than it actually was.
The miller here calls it tactics.
Tactics, you idiot. And everything worked out according to plan. So today we're finally close to our great success. With the help of Hermes Trismegistus and his successors, we'll finally complete the dream of all alchemists. Our magnum opus.
Exactly, Bonnie.
Magnum opus. A great work of alchemy. You're trying to make the Philosopher's Stone.
I see you've learned something after all. But no, the Philosopher's Stone isn't our goal.
Let's see then, Henry. What is it you think we're making here?
Elixir of Immortality, Groschen. Could it... Wait, gold? Did we get anything that's like golden color?
You're trying to find a cure for death? An elixir of immortality?
Well, Henry's not too far from the truth after all, don't you think? Immortality is the goal of every scholar, at least the spiritual kind. Let's start at the beginning. My father was a miller as well, but I was never much interested in the trade. Even as a young boy, I loved running around Lower Semine and investigating everything living and dead. And I had a lot of questions about everything. Then my mother, God rest her soul, decided it'd be best for me to go to study in Prague. As soon as I grew up and gained a bit of sense, I packed my bags and left.
So you went to a university in Prague? The son of a miller?
Why not? My father worked his arse off, and he had the coin for it, miller or not. I met a lot of remarkable people at the university, and my thirst for knowledge kept growing. But in the end, it only took a year of all that pretentious, scholarly blathering and hypocritical nonsense for me to realize I wouldn't learn anything proper there. Most of the students and masters are just a bunch of dogmatic fools. They have their own truth, and those who want to know more or ask the wrong questions fall into disfavor, as was my case.
And what about your thirst for knowledge?
I realized I didn't need the university for things that are truly important. The most important science is not subject to any religious dogma. And, of course, it's not taught at any university.
You mean alchemy?
Exactly. The art of combination and dissolution. The key to understanding the very nature of the world. There's only one queen of science. Alchemy. I returned to the mill in Lower Semine and started a new life.
So you became a miller?
In the end, I did. As you can see. From then on, alchemy became my true passion. I brought a few important books from Prague. I started with the most difficult thing. I tried to create gold.
That was pretty daring of you.
As you might expect, it didn't work. But after a few tries, I managed to create something entirely different. Once I tried mixing sulfur, charcoal, and saltpeter. I had a candle burning next to me. A gust of wind scattered the mixture, and all of a sudden, bang! I almost shit myself, I tell you. But then I realized I'd unwittingly created a miracle. Explosive black powder.
What is it? So it burns?
More than that, it makes a big bang.
A very big bang. But don't worry, we're all in on it now.
I couldn't continue my experiments on my own, but Bonnie and Zinnik did a few little jobs for me.
So he initiated us.
But we just still didn't know how to do it right.
They're just
and not
making
blow
weapons.
ourselves up in the process.
Technically.
And we used up a huge amount of saltpeter and sulfur.
By the way, the manuscript from that Hermes Trismegistos was our shopping list and price list for material from Kuttenberg.
Only we didn't know correct proportions. I looked up a few of my former fellow students and brought it up with them. And we found out that before us, some monk had already made the discovery.
Some fella called Black Bertold. And that he even started writing a book called
Feuerwerkbuch.
We couldn't believe our luck when we found out there's a copy of it right here at Trotsky.
And you know the rest.
It's a discovery that will change history. In the right hands, it can make miracles happen. All it takes is a spark, and a storm of fire will sweep away the old world order. It will wipe out stupidity and ignorance, once and for all.
And what will happen now?
As I
I don't know
said,
about that.
we're about to have our last supper on our journey to satisfy our hunger for knowledge. A feast of smoke and fire. Black Bertold never finished his book, because he never had enough ingredients for his last great experiment. But now, thanks to you, we do. We can finally finish Bertold's work and finish his book. We'll see with our own eyes what a barrel of black powder can do. I hope you're as excited as I am.
Before we get started, there's something I want to know. This book, Feuerwerkbuch, what's written in it?
Everything you'd want to know about black powder. How to mix it in the proper ratio. How to store it. How to light it properly. And especially how to use it in warfare. Because that's the most important part, after all.
Do you really need that much saltpeter?
We do. Saltpeter makes up almost 3/4 of the mixture. Not even all the cows in the region could produce enough for us once we really get started with manufacturing.
What is it you're going to do with this powder?
During wartime, like it is
They
now,
can sell it, I guess.
a flammable and explosive mixture like this has more uses than you can imagine. If we had a few big barrels of the stuff, we could demolish Trotsky if we wanted to. And maybe we will.
All of us here are truly passionate about the idea of a new world. And now it's within our grasp.
I don't know if I support this, guys. Let's just stick to thieving. Yeah.
What is it you studied at the university?
I was supposed to become a preacher.
That fits you. Maybe you'd even be a good preacher.
Maybe I would. Maybe I wouldn't.
God has a path prepared for each of us. And each of us here decided not to follow it.
I was supposed to be a dyer, but I was too lazy to work 6 days a week and soak my hands in lye.
I was supposed to become a nun, but I didn't want to give up the booze and fellas.
And I've already told you everything. The world is what you make it.
How did a scholar and an alchemist become a thief?
Prague is a big city, and a poor student has no chance of getting a decent place to sleep or even something to eat. Learning to shop with 5 fingers was the first requirement for survival. We're all masters of our own destiny.
I've heard enough. Now I want to see that with my own eyes.
Let's do it then.
In the forest?
Bonnie, is everything ready?
Indeed, it is. We can get started. Long live the beautiful new world.
Grand revelation. Uh-oh. I feel like it's going to be very anticlimactic because of how much they keep stretching it.
Looks like it ain't working.
The big boom. No, poor tree.
I'd say it works just fine.
This will change history.
What? I can't hear a thing. But I'd say it works just fine.
Wait, that's so cool. Like, Henry actually... Damn. Oh, it leveled everything.
My ears ever stop ringing?
Black powder? Well, now.
You didn't expect that, eh?
We're in the middle of the forest next to a mill. Who'd have expected exploding trees?
Aye, well, never judge a firework book by its cover.
Did Crazel tell you that joke?
Corva, how do you know that? Anyways, I hope the miller gives us a bit of extra coin now things has finally worked out.
In the worst case, you can go back to licking the walls of pigsties.
But next time you'll be coming with me. Take care and good night.
Black powder? I'd never have expected that from Crazel.
Imagine, that monarch of ours is half deaf.
That dog of yours? What does that have to do with the gunpowder magazine?
Just that I was wondering that the explosions didn't bother him at all. At least he won't suffer here. And now I'm not surprised he was so unhappy with that bastard Vasarek.
Aww. Damn. Let me talk to Miller really quickly.
You really led me on about the gunpowder magazine, didn't you? A golem made of dough, souls inside saltpeter, the secrets of light and shadow. That was all just empty talk, wasn't it?
Not exactly. It's all based on the real philosophy of the Jewish Kabbalah. I studied the writings of Bonaventura and Dietrich von Freiburg, but it was never in my interest to put their theories into practice. But they worked brilliantly as a cover-up, don't you think?
They did.
I really thought you'd have a golem made from dough walking around the mill, or that I could become invisible.
Ah, but black powder is no less a miraculous creation.
So for the last time, Crazel, what now?
I'll do what I promised, and what will most likely be my fate. I'm going to gather together all the knowledge I've acquired and finish Black Berthold's book. I'll finish his opus.
Uh-huh. And what about me?
That's up to you, Henry. You're a free man. Lord Semine has no hold over you, and never did. You know, the inevitability of God's plan takes no interest in people like you and me. We'll always be little people, beneath it all.
I feel useless now.
That sounds somehow hopeful in a peculiar way, I'd say. Now I'm even happier about the great thing we've accomplished here.
The ideal conclusion, I'd say. Maybe it's time to carry sacks at a different mill. But if you're still interested in learning a bit more, drawing from the well of alchemical knowledge...
I know where to find you.
Indeed.
Okay. I'm gonna call it a day here, guys. We're gonna be doing For Victory in the next video and continuing with the main story. Thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, become a member, and I will see you very, very soon. Goodbye, everyone.